everyone! Welcome back to Draw Steel, a Pact made in Amber. It's been 2 weeks. Recap. When we last played, our heroes had defended the outpost of Grinnell from a marauding band of lizard folks, managing to save most of the remaining individuals that were stationed within the outpost. Unfortunately, they found out that several people had been taken hostage, prisoner, by the actual main body of the lizard folks early on in the conflict, and that they were taken away from Grinnell, and presumably it wasn't going to be pretty if they were left to their own devices. Not quite at the request or behest of the Blackbird, one of the individuals they met and saved in Grinnell. The party kind of just decided to do the thing that they thought they should do because they're heroes. Good job, party. You did good. I didn't have to coerce you into doing the thing that you should have done. I appreciate that. Very nice. Very nice.
What was the thing?
We're already.
What are we doing?
we're already.
Where am I?
We're already in the right mindset. So the party began to track down this group of lizard folks. Their trail left a wake of destruction through the scrub brush, the swamplands, the jungle environment, and was very easy to follow. Perhaps too easy to follow, as eventually the party encountered a mist-laden area. Higgins went to scout ahead via his capability of teleporting, being able to outpace the rest of the party members. Found this very different location within the mist, a place that looked as if it had been picked up from the Vasilorian countryside and plopped down onto one of these little islands of Little Ix, and it was wholly different, and there seemed to be no trail of the lizard folk into this area. Nevertheless, the party regrouped, pushed forward, and within this graveyard, this ruined Vasilorian church's graveyard, they were set upon by the undead, and they have begun to defend themselves. And they have slaughtered a lot of... does it count as slaughter if you're killing things that are already dead? I don't know.
Yes.
They've destroyed many of the undead creatures that have come after them, but the undead are persistent and still fighting. Yuvik is pretty badly beaten up, while the rest of the heroes seem relatively okay. So, let's go ahead and flip over to the battle layout, and I believe it's the hero's turn. So, take it away. Do whatever y'all want to do.
I think we should probably heal Yuvik.
So, Yuvik is pretty badly injured.
On
Bansii and Cobb have been slightly hurt.
I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no
Higgins
bell.
is hiding behind statuary as the massive stone man he is.
Oh, so it
Somehow
continues that Jeremy has to click us. Jeremy, please click me.
click you. I click you. Rock and stone.
Rockenstone.
Elrond.
Anybody got still got
The new token, Jay. Oh, never mind. He's deafened.
Yeah, the new token.
No,
No.
I can hear.
Though it
He's
is funny
testing
because like
things.
your arms are coming out of your back in that picture instead of like beneath each other.
Yeah. Look, man, I had to make some concessions. I couldn't make like armholes in a jacket. I'm not that good at video editing.
Okay, you're fucking bleeding, prone, and real hurt. Is that what I'm to understand?
Yes, that is a good summary of the situation.
Didn't I do the rain? Shouldn't the bleed have fallen off, or did something else fall off when I did that?
I believe. Let's look at our handy dandy action log.
I see it.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Is it so? Do I scroll down to the bottom to find what's most recent, or is most recent at the top?
I think bottom is most recent, and scroll
Right.
up to go back through things.
Okay.
So I see your test of rain. And it looks like you did hit him. I just don't remember if he was bleeding at that point or if he started bleeding after the fact.
Okay. Fair.
Because he got 17 plus by one of these guys, and then he killed
fair.
that guy.
I only mention it because I purposely
No,
chose
yeah,
the
no,
rain
absolutely.
to take it off. But if he had it before and then he was tacked again
Oh,
after,
okay.
it may have
Yeah.
been reapplied.
Sorry. You did. He had previously, I believe he had been bled by the razor claws of the ghoul. You did cure that bleeding. He's not bleeding anymore. That teardrop, that bloody drop next to his portrait, that's not bleeding. That is below half HP. That's bloody.
Wounded. Yep.
Right? So
Bloody.
that's what that
Okay.
is. So you did fix the bleeding on him. That is good. He's still below half HP and he's still prone.
Okay.
So he's still on his
All right.
ass.
Everybody else is pretty good. You, I end the prone on you.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll heal
alright.
you. Enjoy your healing.
damn.
nice. What the fuck?
I-
Okay. You just picked your ass up.
Okay, yeah. How do you? Was that a physical thing? Did you actually like lean down and pick him up while fending the school off, or does your healing grace? Were you able to just be like, stand?
I did not pick him up. I do not do things like that.
You don't got a physical.
No.
Yeah.
The earth, it went, and it put him up just like an inch, and then the
It
wind
just, like-
said,
You
That's
tossed me?
cool.
"That's right, I popped you." These
I
are my
like that.
domains. Enjoy
I thought
them.
you had lightning powers.
He is lightning
have
in nature.
storm in
God
nature.
Like, where the
powers.
fuck is this coming
Yeah.
from?
Clerics, or sorry, not clerics, conduits, get double domains. So whereas the the censor, it only gets one domain and really focuses on that domain. Conduits spread the love a little bit.
Anyway, so about that lightning. Hey, this man right here.
Yeah.
Violence is no longer the answer.
Violence is no longer the answer. Well, shit. What is that?
He attacks, you take
Oh,
lightning damage.
okay. Okay. Sounds
Well,
good.
when he attacks.
So do you just like Emperor Palpatine him right there?
I do. Yes.
All right,
Turn
cool.
over.
Sounds good. Fantastic.
Violence is not the answer. Die.
Awesome. Okay. I
Choose
think,
another path, undead.
I think the first
Waste
thing
you be smoked.
I think the first thing that is going to happen is that in response to getting hit to that lightning, the white is going to hiss something in its guttural, dead, like kind of like moaning
Technically, he has
voice.
not been hit yet. He will be hit if he chooses violence.
Well, you hit him initially with the 5 lightning damage.
No, never mind. You take the damage, and then when you do shit, you take more.
Exactly. So
Misunderstood that.
this guy is going to. They're not going to do a lot of moving, but they are going to do a lot of free striking. So this guy is going to free strike, and not realizing, because he doesn't have any understanding what's going on, he is going to trigger that, and it's going to kill him.
Gee.
This guy is going to free strike Cobb,
I told him violence was not the answer, okay?
and then
He did.
this zombie who does not know where Higgins is because they failed on the search check to find Higgins, is just going to close with Uvik and do a 3-strike there. Okay.
One of the tombstones, the things that they're used to every day.
Yeah, he just looks like another fucking tombstone. It just is what it is. So the ghouls are going to go. Got some
Don't worry
ghoul
about
time.
Bow tie.
These guys are going to. This one's gonna go here. Gonna leap over. Try to land on Bansii. And knock you prone. And then he's going to razor claw you.
I clicked accept result. I don't know if it's happening or not.
There are other people with potential triggers.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so he's got a tier 2 result with a 13. So Uvik or Hob could respond with a trigger if they want.
The judgment is mine, and the word is failure.
It'll force it down to a tier 1 result. And boom. So just 3 damage there. And then this ghoul is going to leap here. Again, just trying to knock Uvik down, but he is unable to do so. No, he gets him. Never mind. And he's gonna razor claw him. And that is a 20.
On me?
No, that's on Uvik. Anything to do there?
Damage is that? Yeah, I'll that.
Okay.
And
like
I'll also shift over when I do it.
Okay. So parry gonna half the
And I'll
damage. And now. Huh.
I shouldn't be able to do that prone, right?
You shouldn't. I don't think so. Well,
I mean, I could still parry to reduce the damage, but I don't think that should.
It doesn't say anything though, right? Like
But
trigger.
how would that physically work?
You roll.
I mean, you
We're
got a
playing Dark
shield.
Souls now, boys.
Yeah, if you're on your back and you see this thing like go to wail on you, you roll out from the side, like bring
Okay.
your weapon up to deflect. It doesn't, I mean,
All right.
it
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless there's something, and I'm not gonna go look it up, right? Because the beauty of using DM Hub is because I'm trying to make me not have to look up a lot of things, because a lot of it's automated. But unless there was some like rule in the book that said you can't use shifts when you're prone, right? In which case, yeah, it would be a thing you couldn't do. But if that is the case, it's not automated, so I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so he hits. These two are done. It is
If you
party
guys
turn.
let me go, I'll make it so that we can just probably clean this up, take the rest of our turn together.
You're doing your big thing, make everyone go thing.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
All right. Jeremy, can you click my thing? Because I'm afraid I'm gonna break it.
Well, I already tried. It'll let you roll your resource, and then it'll say,
Yeah,
"Nah,
that's why I want to
you're
let Jeremy
good."
click me. So
Yeah, I'm clicking you and it's not going.
okay, I'll. It's not going.
Huh.
Hold on, hold on.
Huh.
It's telling me to go.
Well,
oh, it's telling me to go too.
we're all selected.
Am I supposed to go, or am I supposed to hit X?
Everyone.
taking
No. If you hit X,
Yeah, no, hit
you
X.
will take yourself out of combat.
All right, I hit X.
What is it? Is it? What's the
They're like, don't
button?
do that. You're like, I'm doing it. It's good.
Can't remember what the dang button is.
I'm not gonna touch anything until you tell me to.
Does anyone remember when I said what the reload button was last time we played?
F5.
Any chance
Five.
for that? Is it F5?
I don't know, probably.
I think it's
Good
F5.
It sounds like something Colville would do.
Can't tell if
I
that
don't know.
was
I'm gullible, so I never trust anybody.
All right,
He's
there
like,
you go.
"That's
Jay,
F5."
it's
Why
you.
would it be?
selected.
Should I hit cancel on mine?
Yeah, you can hit cancel.
Okay. So, for my main action, I'm going
I hit the insight
to
thing, so I reset mine back one.
No worries.
shield bash this guy.
Chill bash.
Accept results. I'm gonna push
Oh,
him. Oh, he died.
he's dead.
All right. Well, whatever. This is what we planned for.
What? This is what we planned for. Yay! All right.
In turn.
Okay. I believe that means either Bansii or Higgins can go.
I'm fine either way. I'm just gonna attack whoever's still alive.
You got one zombie, one ghoul, and one hand.
Yep. It's this
So
guy.
do you have something cool you want to do, or do you want me to go?
I mean, oh, I clicked it.
Cool,
Good.
go. Your turn.
Yeah. Una.
Do not have something cool I can do.
Oh,
But I am
Everything.
invisible, so
Hello. You are invisible right up until the point where you come running out of the thing. You are gonna get your whatchamacallit, but the zombie that you run by is gonna see you, so he is gonna free strike you.
hold on. No, I went back. 'cause
No?
I did it
Okay.
right.
He's like, well, I don't have to do that.
That was weird.
Okay. 18 damage. You cleave through that zombie. His body slams into the ground. He should be dead, and he does the zombie thing where he goes right back the fuck up.
Unacceptable.
Hit him again.
Welcome to zombies. Anything else for your turn?
I'm thinking. Hold on.
Keep thinking. Keep thinking.
Hmm. I
I
teleport
should
back
have stood
behind
up during
my
my turn.
tombstone.
Why didn't I not stand up?
Damn it. I love how your tactic is like, yeah, I'm pretty big. No, I'm not gonna take any hits for my party.
No,
Absolutely not.
I have to keep my outfit clean.
Gotta
No one
keep my
respects a dirty
outfit
butler.
clean. That's fair. That does make sense. Makes perfect sense. Absolutely. All right. Like in turn, Mitch.
Oh, sorry. In turn.
Bansii, it's you.
It's me.
You got a
Oh.
ghoul that knocked you down and tried to maul your face off, and you got a little hand that's actually like now right next to your head, looking at you like it's gonna jump on your face.
I accidentally put myself in the other party. I don't mean to do that. How do I make myself go? Oh, there we go. Thank you.
There you go.
Cool. I will do that. Submit. Hold the essence. I don't want to do that yet. Wait. Escape.
Escape.
Well, shoot. Do
We're
I have
getting
to
to
do that
mark
first?
enemies too.
No. You don't have to do anything first. I don't believe. You
All right.
should be able to just hit it, escape or close it, exit out, and it should cancel it.
Okay, so this guy
That guy.
is alive. I killed that guy.
Unfortunately.
That guy is a lie. I kill him.
Well,
That guy
in a manner
is
of
alive. I killed him.
Kill him.
I tried to kill him, except for
Kill
the
him.
ray of agonizing self-reflection.
Hell yeah.
It's like, oh no, I'm undead. This sucks. Oh.
Yeah, right? I should have just died sleeping. Alright, and then I can do
This
my
is a
Behold the
terrible
Mystery
Did you confirm?
maneuver. Yeah, I should have.
Give me a start a turn thing again for some reason.
It didn't
Did it not
look
work?
like it took 13 damage. Or
6 damage.
6 damage.
I hit confirm. It doesn't have me prompting anything right now.
I
It does say sinking at the top of my display.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The
Thinking.
most recent patch may have...
Thinking.
F5.
It also could just be my internet, right? Because I've been having whatever weird issues that I've been trying to work through.
Yeah.
I did F5 and now I'm staring at the draw steel screen. Did I do it wrong?
Steel.
Okay, sync.
No. It should be going through.
Okay, cool. So then my maneuver is my Behold the Mystery.
Does it say synced now for you?
It does.
Okay. I'm gonna apply the damage to this guy now.
Okay.
Why am I doing a complicated way? They made this real easy where I can just click a damage button and be like, boom. Okay, sweet.
All right, I'm rolling for my Behold the whatever I'm gonna call it.
And I believe he is now. Okay, well he's dead. I was gonna say he's now slowed, but never mind. He's just dead.
Jet is just
okay.
extremely slow.
And
Sounds
then
good.
is this guy? Is that guy alive?
He
Yes.
is alive. Yes.
How is he alive?
If it's not a skull, but it's
He
like
jumped on your
grayed
face
out,
and
that just
attacked
means
you.
they've taken their turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how
Grayed.
Cobb is also grayed out?
Yeah. Grayed
Yeah.
out just means they've already taken their turn.
Okay, so that was my maneuver. So I only have moving left, so I'm good. I'm just gonna stay here, and I will end my turn.
Okay. It is a hero's turn.
Damn.
You have a single ghoul left. Under normal circumstances, they would, if this was any type of enemy that was living, they would probably be attempting to flee or beg for their lives. But it's an undead husk that only knows ravenous hunger, so it's still gonna try to maul your faces off until it cannot. So, who would like to make it not?
Mine is the judgment.
I'll do it.
Oh,
I will.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can click it,
Jay clicked.
I can't click it.
Heroes.
He rose. He rose.
Uh,
I'm undead. So you put an
Oh,
arrow
RIP,
through
you
his
mother.
head. It explodes out the back of his head. And he's literally like got a face and just like a hole back here. And he slumps down to a knee and then gets up and looks wily-eyed at Bansii and Cobb.
well, seeing that, I'll be like, guys,
Why long?
he's not dead.
He's not dead!
And everybody, you two get 2 surges.
Alright.
Woohoo!
Woo!
That means I can take a turn right now, right?
No,
No, the surge is just
extra damage.
more damage.
Extra damage, yeah.
That's how I
Okay.
I'll stand up. Oh no, stand up is a maneuver.
Stand up is a maneuver, yeah.
That makes sense. In turn.
Well.
Hesitation is weakness.
Yes, I should
Hesitation
give
is
you the
weakness.
surge. I need to remember you have that.
Well, it would be easier to remember if he wasn't hidden from you all the time.
Probably would be.
If you actually
That is-
saw
I'm
your
just
ally
saying
on
that
the
is a
battlefield.
very healthy health bar.
Yeah.
Not
Why
only
why
is it
didn't I
full-
get my insight roll?
It says you got gained 1. Did you
Okay.
not? It says in the
Oh,
action
okay.
log that you gained 1.
Yeah, it says it went up.
And
Okay.
if you hover
I
over...
never saw the thing pop up to roll it, but
Oh,
okay.
gotcha.
Ha!
Ha!
Ha! Ha!
Ooh, ha ha ha!
Damn, garbage roll.
Damn it.
Doesn't matter.
I wanted more undead arises.
I arrive and slash him into so many tiny pieces he can't get back up.
That's funny.
Unfortunately, that is what happens as
Unfortunately.
after a few moments of various undead body parts still kind of like moving around in the hacked up pieces of the piles of bodies and hands and things like that. After a few moments, whatever energy, whatever power was animating them can no longer affect their husks, their shells, and the little like spasms start to stop, and you are all left alone in a drippy, like Eastern, or maybe not Eastern, but like medieval European setting where it's just dark and rainy and drab and
I would not consider myself an expert on the supernatural, but this is weird, right?
That's pretty normal.
This is normal.
No, I'm more worried about not the undead as much as the where did this place come from? This place did not come from here. Also, ow, I'm gonna catch my breath real quick.
how you doing on how you doing on
I'm
I was gonna say, you
Healing
cannot have
surges
that
over
many
there.
recoveries left.
or recoveries?
I'm
4?
gonna go
Okay,
look around while he's taking a breather
getting there.
and see if I can find any clues as to where this
Sure.
is maybe actually from.
I am going to posit this to the group. You were trailing after this lizard folk force that assaulted Grinnell and whisked away with hostages. You were on their trail, you were moving quickly, so in theory you were probably gaining on them. However, it seems either through accident or through trickery or whatever, they have fooled you and led you into this place, and battling these undead has taken some time, not a lot of time, but the more time you spend here, the greater that gap between you and who you are pursuing will grow. Not to say that spending time here couldn't have positive results, but I want you to know that ahead of time before you make your decision on what you're doing.
Yeah, I think we should not let our ADD take over, and we should stay on the trail.
Up to you. Higgins?
Is that thing
Everyone-
glowing still? That's not glowing
All
anymore.
right.
It is, yeah.
Everyone,
Actually,
take your
that
Adderall.
that stained glass window is indeed still glowing, Bansii.
Do
And
I
Higgins,
have-
you see it too. Little,
Well, while you guys
little
look, I'm gonna try and
glowing.
pick up the
It's
trail.
So I'm trying
glowing.
to decide what magic is, because I have a lore trait for magic and psionic, because then I don't know what that does for me. I'm trying to figure that piece out.
Okay.
Like, would I understand
Yeah,
that that's magic, or...
I mean, I don't know that you would understand that it's magic, but you as a player, and thus as the controller of your character Bansii, have a deep suspicion that it's magic. So if you would like to make a roll and see if Bansii can try to come to a
I just want to
determination.
investigate it. I just want to investigate,
Sure.
like what I think that might be.
I think that's
Like
a
intuition.
plausible thing.
I don't know how to roll.
I mean, intuition or reason sound pretty valid either way. And
They
then
seem
I
pretty
would definitely say your magic skill would come into play. Do you have a preference on intuition or reason?
Probably. Gosh, let's just do intuition. And then how do I roll? How do I roll?
I'm asking you
He has
for
to
a roll.
offer it to you.
I see. Well, that's interesting. What do I know? What do I see? What do I know?
What does she know?
That is absolutely magic, which doesn't come as much of a surprise to Bansii. I think what is more of a surprise, given the nature of what you just fought and what is like the atmosphere of this place, the vibe of this place, maybe it catches you unaware in regards to that situation, but as you kind of quest out with it with your own emanating magic, right? That's how you interact with other magic or identify other magic quite often, is by touching it with your own like magical presence. You feel a sudden sharp rejection of you as the glass itself, or whatever investment is within this place, seems to seek to abjure or repel you. And you take 3 damage. And in so taking that, in so being like pushed back by this investiture, you're able to immediately identify this thing, whatever is going on with this building, with that stained glass window, is some sort of repellent to the undead.
Oh no!
You're
Because
And-
I'm a revenant.
And you as a revenant trying to interact with it has caused it to lash out at you.
Okay.
Hmm.
So one of you living folk might want to investigate that, because somebody can be hiding in there to protect themselves from all of these undead out
Oh,
here.
I think I got something for this real quick. Jeremy, I wish to use Beyond Sight and just see what's in there.
Oh, you fucking little cheater! I hate
I
you.
just want to.
I hate you. This
From
motherfucker.
here, I'm not going inside. I want to see
fucking-
from here what's in there.
Fucking
By
time.
the
Isn't
way,
that
I'm
a time
I can
raider
see through
ability?
mundane objects.
Yeah, he can
What?
just see through walls like little fucking creeper peeper over here. Like, hate it.
Pretty sketchy, not gonna lie.
Pretty sketchy. Yeah, you turn your astral gaze upon the wreckage, the ruins of this building, and you don't see like a living
see
soul
it?
hiding within some hidden compartment or anything like that. This place is ancient. You see rats, you see insects crawling about, but specifically, I think in conjunction with Bansii, your ability to perceive what isn't there allows you and Bansii to hone in on what is there. There is a small centerpiece within the stained glass that seems to be the main power behind the investiture. And it does seem as though it could be removed and taken with you. But doing so might be complicated, especially for someone of Bansii's persuasion. But once it's out, it shouldn't have any adverse effect on Bansii.
All right. Well, just for expediency's sake, I'm gonna go get it.
You gonna go
Look,
get it?
It's the pirate way. It's five-finger supply.
So how are you, the pirate time raider, going to go safely remove this enchanted object from this stained glass window?
That's a good question.
It's called brute
That's a good
force.
question.
It's called brute. Are you just gonna muscle it? You just gonna might it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time is of the essence. We gotta go.
Yeah,
I
time
use all
is
four arms,
of
travel
the.
up there.
I mean,
Time
okay,
is
all I'm
of the
saying is a
essence.
church. I'm a man of God.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a
Okay.
man of God. That's all I'm
a church.
saying.
It is an ex-church.
Do you want to get in on this action, Cobb?
Church is church, motherfucker. I
This
shoo
is-
the
this was
heretic away.
previously a
I
church.
you
It is
shoo
now
the
rubble.
heretic away. All right.
That's
Okay. Are you gonna bow down to that? You're gonna let Cobb take over, Yuvik?
I mean, if he wants to go, hey man, if this is your thing, go for it.
Okay. Cobb, how are you gonna approach getting this thing? What respectful propitiations are you going to do to try to like get this thing safely?
This is what I do. I softly whip at it with a vine.
Some brute force of a different nature?
It's not Bruce Force. I'm utilizing my nature and my attunements to
Oh,
show
yeah?
my respect for this and my
Uh-huh.
faith
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
God.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah, good to see you're keeping with religion is bullshit.
So really you are trying to open yourself as a conduit to whatever
I conduit.
divine power is
I
still
beseech the
manifested
God
here.
to empower a vine.
Keep
And
conduits.
play.
And in doing so, okay. What do you think this would be?
I don't know.
Might,
Heretical.
agility. I don't think this is going to be might or agility, right? I think this is this reason, intuition, presence? What's going on here?
I think it is intuition and to a greater extent religion.
Religion already going to be a thing. But I feel as though I can agree with you in that regard. All right. Let's see if your god listens. Or, regardless of whether your god listens, let's see if whatever divinity still remains here accepts. Please roll for me.
Uh-oh.
Do I have a culture lore benefit? I don't know what that is.
I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
Sweet.
I
There's
do think you
something
have.
that can be pissed off.
I do think you have
Reroll.
an edge on this test.
Oh, well, I didn't even
Not
need it.
that you needed it. A 22. Very nice.
My righteousness is rewarded.
That is very, very good. As you open your senses, a vine sprouts from a nearby bush that may have once been, like, attached to the side of this church, and begins to kind of, like, deftly scooch up the ruined walls towards the stained glass window. As it begins to skitter across and deftly pluck the central object that seems to be the main power of this investiture, it is good that you approached this with humility, or perhaps a acceptance of whatever power once existed here, because there are remnants of it, and you feel a telltale tingle up the base of your spine as whatever it was regards you momentarily, as if from a great distance, like side-eyeing you, just like, wait, I feel a tickle. What's over there? Oh. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Right? Just like gives you the nonchalant acceptance. Because if it had not given you that acceptance, you feel your muscles momentarily seize in an extremely familiar manner, a manner in which you sat overlooking the sea for decades. And you
gonna be lost in time
realize
again.
that had you drawn the ire of whatever power existed here, you probably would not have been removed from time for decades, but it might have been minutes, which would have adversely affected your pursuit of the Tlatziki, or
Minutes
Tlatsiski.
is fine.
Cobb is able to pluck
All part of the plan.
this central piece,
All according to Keikaku.
pull it
Keikaku
back
means
down
fine.
to the rest of you, and indeed, it's this little kind of like shiny oval piece that exudes, now removed from its investiture, it exudes a tiny amount of power. But I think Bansii and Cobb, the more magically inclined of the group here, can very quickly identify that this piece can be used as a mirror token. So a mirror
What?
token is a relatively low tier magical item that can basically reflect a ranged attack by you crushing it as you are attacked from range.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Onward.
Onward.
And more importantly, you did not take too much time or get involved in too much shit or get cursed for a time period, so you're able to continue on from this place without causing some sort of detriment.
I love getting cursed. It's so fun.
It's great. I'm gonna put this. Let's see if I can just copy pasta this into. Oh, great! Right. I forget. Breaking the layout real quick. Boom.
Breaking the
layout,
breaking the layout, yeah.
All right. So after this brief encounter with the undead, and interacting with this investiture, what is it you're gonna do? You
Leave.
got a mission. You got a trail to find.
You got a trail to find.
I think we just gotta keep moving, right?
You moving?
We got to get to finding.
All right. Fantastic.
Then-
Yata. Goodbye, everybody.
We died.
Bye.
Go on.
Go on.
Your
We'll happen in this
happiness is
wonderful place.
intertwined with your outlook on life, says the fortune cookie.
Where the fuck did we go?
This is
Makes sense.
our end of
Next.
beginnings. This is the in between everything. This is for now where I'm
You're
going to keep you
inside someone's
guys.
bag of holding.
Yeah,
Dark
this
cage.
is inside the bag of holding. Absolutely. So as you exit this very out of place location, you have to walk back through this encircling fog, and it doesn't take you long to exit it, but presumably, right, you're keeping your eyes peeled, your senses open, trying to find the trail of the Tlatsiski, and you realize that you've been intentionally led astray. And you're going to have to reacquire that trail and make up for lost time if you are to save the hostages that have been taken. And so, almost as if by design, because I'm trying to make sure I include as many of the core mechanics of the game in this first little adventure that we have, so that we can all experience it and get used to it, etc., etc. We are introduced to a montage test. So, the goal is that you have to find the trail, reacquire the trail, and follow it and make up for lost time to try to catch up to the Tlutskiski, presumably before anything bad happens to the hostages. So, the way a montage test works is it is a group cycled, kind of round robin test, where you are trying to hit enough successes to succeed before you hit enough failures to have whatever bad thing happens, right? In this particular case, clarifying the scenario here, this is about speed and efficacy. You all are proficient heroes. You're going to find the trail of these lizard folk. You're going to be able to follow that trail where it leads. The real question is can you find it in time to save the people that have been taken, right? So, during a montage test, each of you will take turns proposing a skill for you to use and then making that roll to see if you are successful. Each success adds up. This is an easy montage test, so you need to get 5 successes before you get 5 failures. Had you taken too long in the location that you were just in, for example, if Cobb had been momentarily time locked by screwing up with that token, then you would enter into this montage test with an automatic 1 in your failure column. So you got to get 5 successes before you get 5 failures. And that is pretty much it. You get to pick at each time you go, you get to pick what skill you want to use, what you think would be appropriate. You're trying to find a trail, so observation skills might be important, nature skills might be important. But you're also trying to do things quickly, so anything related to speed or being able to keep your party moving might be helpful. You can also, rather than use skills, if you have an ability that you think is especially useful in the situation, you can use that on your turn instead. And as long as I agree, right, then that will automatically give you a success, but you can't use that ability again in this test, right, is the concept. So, anybody have any questions about montage tests before we get started?
Sure, I will, but
Okay.
not at the moment.
Magic path. Now, missed. I gotta import some music into DM Hub. I've got like 12 tracks here to play with. And I appreciate them existing, but I gotta import some music into DM Hub. Okay. So, kicking things off, again, everyone has to participate, right? Unfortunately or fortunately, during a montage test, the point of the montage is that everyone's doing something, right? So who wants to kick us off with round 1 of the montage test?
I'm a master of navigation.
Okay.
I use this mastery of navigation to find the paths that make the most sense.
Okay, well, so that makes a fair amount of sense because one, you've lost the trail almost entirely, and you got caught up in this weird out of time, out of place scenario with this ring of mist around it. So you've got to just kind of reorient yourselves, period. And Cobb, having spent a lot of time sailing, is probably pretty good at orienting himself. So, what skills are you using? How are you going about this?
Navigation.
Wait, hold up. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. I think there a montage test button. I thought there was, but there probably is, and I probably just don't know where it is. But table. Okay. Let me consult my handy dandy planning sheet and make sure I have the correct scenario here. Okay. So these are all at a base scenario are going to be medium tests, which means you're always going to need a 12 or higher to succeed. But there aren't incurred consequences as there would be normally, because the incurred consequence is a failure, right? Is the concept that like you didn't do it good enough, so you're not gaining time, and that goes in the failure column. So 12 or higher. So 12 or higher does it. You're using navigation?
Yes, I navigate.
Navigate. All right, let's do it.
I've navigated poorly.
Oh, I disagree. I have a skill that says, additionally, once per montage test, you can turn an ally's tier 1 test outcome into a tier 2 outcome. I see you like kind of like figuring out the way to go, and you head that way, and you start to stumble, and I say, you put your back into it, and you're
put your back into stumbling.
I don't know the name. I'm trying to work the name.
Yubik's like, hey,
Gotcha.
I think there are lizard tracks over here, and I'm like, yes, this is the way.
I almost like the idea of, and of course, right? Like y'all choose how you want this to play out. But you're both sailors, and you've both been sailing for a really long time. Whereas Bansii and Higgins are both like really new to the whole like sailing culture, sailing life scenario. So I almost imagine like Cobb, like the group getting out of the fog, and then Cobb immediately like looking up and trying to like orient himself, and being like a little lost for a moment until like Yuvik puts a hand on your shoulder and like points to like a, because it's starting to become evening, and you kind of like point to a star that both of you can recognize, and then Cobb, you're like, oh, okay, now I know where I'm at. All right, I'm oriented, and that boosts your up to the tier 2 type scenario. Which is a success. So that is going to be a 1 success.
I can only do that once.
He can only do that once. He can only do that once.
I've never seen the word montage. I can't believe you also had a skill that just says, hey.
Yeah. He specifically has a montage test skill.
It is only for montage tests.
All right. Cobb is gone. Who's going next? And note, you can't. Each of you can only use the same skill once in a montage test per person. So if all of you were great navigators, you could navigate the shit out of this and get the fuck out. But you can only each, like, the next time we get back to Cobb can't keep navigating. He's got to try something else. Like
Gotcha.
he's already
But
succeeded
we can
or failed on
double
navigation.
navigate.
And so he's navigating, he's going to continue to navigate. Now we're stacking other things on top of it. But one of you could navigate. Sorry, go ahead, Mitch.
I am a master escape artist, so I use my skills of always finding the best path out to, after Cobb gets us pointed in the right direction, I'm looking, how would I get out of this jungle if I had a whole bunch of prisoners?
Yeah, but not only that, like, they obviously gave you the slip, right? Like, you followed a very clear trail into that fog, and then the trail was gone, right? So they obviously did some, like, sort of like, let's put tracks here, and then let's double back, and, like, let's go off the beaten path or go somewhere
I'm also
else
an
or
expert
whatever.
at disguise, so if they're trying to hide the tracks, I
Well,
would know what to look for.
which one do you want to use first?
I'm gonna go with escape artist.
All right,
because
sure.
That's
I'll
what I
say
wanted
that
to
works.
do.
Escape artist. What are you doing that as? Might,
What does that
agility,
mean?
reason, intuition, or presence. What is that skill?
Oh, I think
What?
it's
That skill.
so it's an intrigue.
Yeah, so the thing about it is skills are not inherently tied to any statistic. So in theory, you can might anything. You've just got to come up with a
You've got to convince Jeremy that
real
it's
reason
real.
why might would be the thing that you're able to use here, right? Versus you could use something else that is more easily you can more easily convince me of. So what statistic are you rolling?
I'm going to use my agility as a giant rock man to work my way through the jungle, finding the best path.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you saw some of those scale tooths. They were big motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Does all
Okay.
of us giant rock band proud?
Agility, escape artist. Let's do it. Make that roll for me.
Roll those dice.
Let me
That
see
is a
you grit
14.
those teeth.
All right. That is a success. So, after Cobb orients the party, Higgins is able to kind of like start, use that not quite on the wrong side of the law. Not on the wrong side of the law. Higgins is a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
I mean, you know what? Being on the wrong
He's a
side of
good
the
guy about
law
that
doesn't
thing.
mean you're not a good guy. You can be on the wrong side. Anyways, Higgins has like a little moment in his head real quick. And then he's like, well, if I was trying to trick us, I would go in kind of like this general direction. And you start like hunting about and backtracking a few times and trying to like, test out some theories before you are able to see. Part of the problem is you see a couple of different tracks. As this montage test is going on, you're able to start identifying multiple sets of tracks going in multiple different directions. So now you're starting to parse where is the main body heading and how are you going to track them specifically. So, escape artist. Count that as a success. 2 successes, 0 failures. Uvik or Bansii are up next.
He says, how would I kidnap those children?
All right.
How would I kidnap those children?
I would like to propose that I use the lead skill. And the way in which I would do that is that once we got our heading, or once we found our location and, we have our heading, I want to make sure that we stay together, we stay on path, and we keep a decent pace.
Okay.
And I would
You're kind of
argue
shepherding
that the
everyone.
lead-
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm against doing all of those things.
Against all of
especially
those
keeping
things.
on the path.
Yeah, I don't
And
stay
I
on
believe
paths,
that would best
alright?
work with reason.
Staying
Sounds
on the
great.
path is, a quick way to lose.
Parole.
Also get tattoos, apparently.
Watcha!
As I recall.
That is a success. All right. I feel like no one wants to be the first person to get a failure.
I already failed. What are you talking
I'm
about?
gonna be
Oh,
the
that's
first
true.
person.
Well, actually, you know what? Zach is right. He did fail. He just got that fail turned into a success.
I just got bailed out.
He got bailed out. So you don't have to be the first one, Lily.
Okay.
What's Bansii gonna do? How's she helping in this?
I don't know how she can help. She is absolutely angered and affronted that someone thinks that they can just trick her. Like
Uh-oh.
she's pissed off.
She's mad.
She's mad. I don't really know what skills. Like her skills are more like person directed. Like she's an intimidator. She can read people. She has alertness, so she can tell like when people are around her. There's no sneaking up on her. But
Sure.
she's pretty pissed off that this would happen.
And
then the other thing-
to find them.
She's enraged. Yeah, she's pretty enraged about it.
I'm gonna throw out just kind of like I'm gonna noodle here out loud, and if you don't like it, just reject it. Or if you're like, actually, she might do that, then we can run with it, right?
Fair.
If
Let's do it.
she's this mad that people have tried to trick her, one, that this is going on, period, but two, that that something has tried to trick her, that has fucked with her, and if she is not the type of person to keep her anger like tightly contained,
Oh no.
you could intimidate your party into doing a better job. Because you're just so
That's messed up as
mad
hell.
that you just kind of like while everyone
I
is doing, and you're just kind
go for it, but I'd rather it be like not directed at them and more like they realize how pissed off she is. And it
it's
right?
not like it's not like you directly turn and rip Uvik's head off or anything like that, but like Uvik is. Like, everyone can sense how angry you are, and when they look at you, they're like, okay, nope, let me focus on this thing, because she's pissed. And just the proximity of you being pissed is like intimidating everyone else into doing a better job.
Okay.
Yeah, you like that? You'll go with that?
I'm okay with that, as long as it doesn't hurt them.
No.
Okay.
It might hurt their feelings
I might
a little
have
bit.
PTSD, but it's not hurting me.
They might remember it for later. Hey, remember that one time when we were in the swamp?
Party. Yeah. Remember that one time Bansii almost killed everybody because she was so mad? Yeah. That is her. That would be on par. Like, she would take a personal affront to this. This is very upsetting for her. All right, so that would be intimidation. So I'd put that, I guess, under
presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just your sheer presence. You're so like angry and pissed off that you're exuding this intimidating presence that is making the rest of your party go, okay, let's figure this out before she goes back.
Loses her mind. Yeah.
Before she takes it out on us.
I don't have any way to help.
I think that's a great way. It's a success. Everyone else is whipped into shape.
Everyone's freaked. Okay.
I love it. Love it.
Feel terrified.
You feel terrified.
Scared.
Hell yeah. All right. That is 4 successes and 0 failures.
Reminds me of when my former master would just beat the crap out of me when I did things wrong.
It's just reliving those days. All right, so that is the end of round 1. We go back to the top. This is round 2 of the montage test. Occasionally during montage tests, depending on the type of test, depending on the action, what's going on, there can be breaks. There can be scene breaks in montage tests where something happens, a battle happens, and then the montage test picks back up. This particular situation, there is nothing to break up the montage test. So it goes back to the top of the round, and much like a combat round, you can pick in any order, so anybody can decide I'm gonna do X thing. You just can't use the same skill that you've already used. Who wants to go?
Right. Once we have set the pace, I think it's good to help Cobb with the navigating, as I also have navigation.
Another thing, you can help each other during a montage test. So providing help in a montage test, I believe, basically gives that other person's montage test an edge, right? So it would give them a +2. The thing is, in order to help in the montage test, you have to come up with a way you are helping that person, thereby making your own roll. And if you fail that roll, you can actually impede their check rather than help them, right?
Yeah,
so
it's funny
throwing that out there for future reference.
That skill that I was reading, it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
The first part is if I help somebody with a test and I fail with a tier 1, it does not inflict a bane on.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing about helping with the montage test is it does take your turn in that round of the montage test. So in that round, you can't help someone and also do your own test, basically.
Right.
So, anyways, we've already navigated. Yuvik wants to keep navigating, right? So, you got out of the church fog area, you got reoriented, kind of got back on the trail, discovered several different trails going off in multiple directions. You were able to kind of consolidate your focus. Higgins was able to identify a couple of the disparate trails that seem to be going in the same direction. Everyone is working really, really hard because they want to succeed on this, but also because Bansii is just this roving volcano about to blow, and no one wants
So
that to
mad
happen.
all the time.
Right?
Madge.
And so
angry.
you feel like you have decided the best course, the general direction that several of these trails seem to be going in, and Yuvik is going to make another navigation check in order to hopefully seal out this montage test. So navigation, what are you thinking? Reason, intuition?
I mean, probably.
You're gonna argue for something else?
I would say reason. You know, like reading the stars. There's a bit of just yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
Reason
Sounds
and
like fun.
assist.
Touch.
Roll.
Roll,
Yay.
bite the
All
power.
right.
Roll.
Success.
Yeah, I help.
Navigation. No failures. Good job, everybody. That is awesome. Well,
What this?
Didn't fail.
no actual
I don't know how
failures.
much power it's got.
No final failures.
What did you know?
So something that I need to do
Oh, good enough.
real quick, actually, is I need to go into your character
Good for you.
sheets, and everyone would have received a victory for defeating the
I'm gonna
undead. You also now receive a victory for succeeding on this montage test. So everyone is going to be
4?
up at 4 victories
Oh,
now.
Week
Which
30.
means you
Okay.
will start your next battle with 4 of your heroic resource.
God,
I
we're
think
so
it's funny you have
victorious.
to sit there and do that
So
on
victorious. Hell
Every
yeah.
single character when you go to
Um,
a party, and you should
okay.
just be able to give it to the party.
It takes probably about
Watering.
25 to 30 minutes to get out of the fog, reorient yourselves, start picking up some of these disparate trails, figuring out which which direction the majority of them are going in, making your way in that direction, and then rediscovering, which you eventually do, rediscovering the congruence where all of these disparate trails start to come back together in one consolidated group. So you are now firmly and swiftly on the trail of the Platsiski.
Hell yeah.
As you can hear in the distance the sound of kind of like placid water moving, and the trail breaks into a slight clearing, and you can see standing openly in that clearing, hands kind of like just down at their side, is a bowed, relatively short but relatively wide reptilian figure that seems to be cognizant of your presence and seems to be waiting on you.
Wait,
Feels like a trap.
Also, if you had
it would
failed
be
the
rude to
test,
keep them waiting.
if you had failed the test, not only would you have incurred some penalty, but you wouldn't have gotten the victory point. So good job. Very nicely done.
All right. While the party moves forward to talk with the lizard, I'm gonna teleport off into the darkness, and I'm gonna sneak around, scouting the nearby area.
Okay.
We're not gonna get snuck up on.
You're gonna go around the flanks of the glade to make sure that there's no like ambush just waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Makes perfect
Okay,
sense.
so I'll do the thing that I like to do, and I'll suck in my lower pair of arms.
Yeah.
And I'll like
Sucks it in.
I'll get my gun ready and just keep it in my trench coat.
Under the trench coat.
I'll just come out with my other two hands up in like a passive gesture.
Terrible.
And Bansii is going to be pissed and start walking up to him, yelling at him.
Okay.
Flip-flop in
Yelling out
hand.
this figure that's standing there.
Yeah,
Okay.
asking, I don't
And-
even know what she would ask.
Cobb, you're just coming along.
Yeah.
It'd
Okay.
probably be something much more like, how dare you? How dare you try and trick us?
This figure, as you approach, just kind of like loudly berating this figure. Initially, as you all kind of like step into the glade, it's pretty clear that this figure is waiting for you. They're hunched, probably the same height in their hunched state as Cobb is, but probably a bit wider. And as you step forward, kind of berating this figure, you see their bowed back kind of like straighten ever so slightly as they start to kind of like draw themselves up. And you see under one arm, they actually have to kind of like pull out. They have this big walking stick that's kind of like got this crook at the top that they're leaning an arm on, that they try to straighten up under your assault of words. And as you get closer to this figure and this happens, you can see that their scales are dim. most of the lizard folk that you've
And
seen
they're
have
not the
very
greenest one.
they have very vibrant, yeah, they have very vibrant scales or patterns. And this figure, has kind of like a modeled patch pattern down their side, dressed in kind of like an odd assortment, kind of like this shoulder cape, which is where the walking stick was kind of like hidden. Um, and like little bits and pieces of jewelry that you would associate with this kind of like area, very kind of like Aztec-ish, like Mesoamerican-ish kind of accessorizing. But other than that, not a lot of clothing. Small like bands or pieces of garb here or there, but mostly just a lot of open scaled area. But the dim sheen on this scales, or the dimness of the scales, and the kind of bowed back in the walking stick, this is a really old lizard folk. And Bansii, as you approach, just berating them,
Oh no.
they do kind of like stand straighter, but they don't like interrupt you. They don't like try to stop you or defend themselves or anything like that. They just let you tirade against them.
I don't know what to do with that. Normally people are scared of me. She'll stop and glare. There's not much, like, I don't know that she understands quite what's going on. Normally people are pretty scared of her. So for them to just like stare at her and not do anything, it'd be weird.
Sorry. Do you speak Rion? Kalian?
She responds in an incredibly broken dialect, very guttural, very obviously foreign to her, as if it's something she learned decades ago, but is having to try to like recall in order to speak with you. She responds in very broken Kalian to you, and her speaking is the first hint that you get that she is female, right? She has a much softer voice than the roaring or the guttural hissing or anything like that of the lizard folk that you fought previously. And she kind of like touches her chest. And I'm not going to put on a voice or anything like that because I can't affect that. I can't affect how she would actually sound. And I will probably speak in broken Kalian, English on the occasion, but I probably will drop in and out of that, so forgive me. But she kind of like taps her chest and very unsurely says, Ishtla.
Do any of us know what that means?
That's her name.
Oh, just that's our name.
Yuvik.
She kind of like she replies to you, right? Saying the name back to you, but obviously with a bit of difficulty around the U and the V. Like she moves her mouth a lot when she says the U dick, right? Like you actually see her little nubs of teeth kind of like try to make her lip do the Vic kind of like part of it. But she kind of mouths your name a few times before confidently and not especially like correctly saying Yuvik back to you. And then kind of like looking at Cobb and Bansii.
Bill.
She kind of like snorts at that, and in a completely opposite to what happened with Uvik, she just nods and says Bill in like perfect Kalian back to you. Like it's a name she's familiar with or has heard multiple times. Like there's 75 Bills
I bet
that
she
come
has heard
by.
my name multiple times.
Right? And then, like, last person, she looks at the Revenant who had previously been berating her.
And she'll glare back and say, "Banner of light on a quiet sea."
She... Oh.
What?
Bansii, what skills you got? Yeah, give me a... You're gonna give me a... Intuition read person. This is gonna be a medium test.
I do not read her well.
You're a little too mad. You're a little too mad.
A little mad at the moment.
A little pissed off at the moment. She regards you, and you see her mouth the words back before, again, in broken Kalian, kind of asking, "Can call Banner?"
Bansii.
And she mouths that, struggles a little bit with portions, but then says it back to you. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Higgins, round the outside, is just teleporting around the fucking edges of this glade, trying to ensure that there is no ambush force here. Higgins, I'm gonna say realistically, it would be, sometimes it's more fun to roll, but there's no consequence for a failure in rolling this, so I don't think we're going to roll for it. There's no one here. It is extremely clear. You've refound the path where all of the disparate trails kind of like gathered back together, and again, this large force of lizard folk of the Tetzalcoatl has headed off in this kind of like northeasterly direction. And then it intersects with this glade. You can see the tromping through the glade, and then the trail continuing on the other side of it. You make a circuit, kind of fan out a little bit, and there's no one here. Unless they are so incredibly well hidden as to appear, or as to be all but invisible, there is no one here.
So Bansii will ask her, "Where did you take the innocents? The people we're tracking. Where did you take the innocents?"
Innocent.
We don't know if
That
they're innocent. They
word-
could be bad people.
I know. She basically, like, again, brokenly, she doesn't know what the word innocence is. She doesn't know what you're talking about taking.
Hey, same.
I mean,
the religious guy.
she's a really old woman, so yeah, probably. She.
Lizard folk.
The people.
From Green Hill.
Is that correct? Is that where we were?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I mean,
The outpost is called Grenell, but
Okay.
she seems to be misnaming it, basically.
Okay,
Was there a
yes.
Green Hill?
Yeah,
It's on kind of like a little slight rise, a little greeny rise.
All right then. Yes.
She kind of like points to the trail that you're following. And she will say, it is what it is. Different languages, folks, have different pronunciations that sound like things in our language. She says, Shitemikte's warriors. Took
Shiktamite?
their plunder back to the old temple.
What is that? Where we were? The old temple?
No. Or, I mean, she's pointing in the other direction from where you came.
I take a good look at her. She got amber eyes.
No. She's got these very pale, kind of like, almost kind of like baby blue eyes.
I ask her about that. Say, your eyes aren't amber.
She grunts, hisses, and, like, turns her head to the side and spits. And it's this very flimmy kind of like she intentionally like hawks something up in order to make this flimmy spit. And says something in the Tetzalcoatl language that you don't know, but it sounds very much like a curse.
Will you
I'm
repeat?
gonna mark down that I learned a curse in lizard folk language.
Learn the curse in lizard folk? There you go.
Bansii would repeat the name that she said and ask, enemy?
Is Rex. Leads tribe. Sorry, she wouldn't say tribe. Leads clan.
Enemy?
Leads what?
She points to Cobb in response to Cobb's question about the amber eyes.
Yes, I too lead the tribe.
And nods and says, warriors. Amber eyes. Shitemikte. New Rex. Needed help. Could not command. Masked stranger brought tool of the old god. Amber.
Drugs? Oh, amber. They got high on amber? They're possessed by amber? They're hopped up on amber.
She kind of like shakes her head, a little confused by what you're saying, and says this: weapon, authority, power.
Oh, well.
Enemy.
She nods at you, Bansii, and she says, enemy. Enemy of you. Enemy of Greenhill. Enemy of Platsiski. And she taps her own chest, indicating in her opinion, this Shitemikte is an enemy of her own people.
Is the masked stranger this? Sorry, what was the name?
Shitemikte.
Shitemikte. Chotamote.
It's not however you're trying to spell it. I promise you. It's like
How many H's are you putting, Jay? It's not enough.
XITEMIKTI.
That is not what I typed. At all, even close.
I'm probably not saying it correctly either, but I'm doing my best here.
Whatever. We're
Yeah.
playing a video game.
Yeah, I'm doing my best trying to fiddle with very foreign cultures and languages.
But she pointed behind us where we came from.
No.
Right?
She pointed behind her to the trail you're following, saying you're going the right way. You're following them, and she's
Okay.
she's basically,
How far that way?
not far. River, then temple.
River than Temple.
Bansii in her anger will just nod and walk by her. She's ready to go.
You go, and she puts a hand not out at you, but she just puts a hand up, and she says, "Wait, please."
Wait.
I'll wait. She'll wait.
She looks afraid. And you see throughout this conversation, she keeps looking at each one of you, not just in your faces, but like looking you up and down, like looking at your garb, looking at your attire, and very specifically looking at the various accoutrements, various trappings of the civilization you come from, right? And she pauses for a few heartbeats before very roughly mouthing a word a few times before actually giving breath to it. And she struggles to say it again, kind of like broken Kalian. She says, and actually I would say, Mitch, if Higgins wants to rejoin what's going on, he could absolutely have rejoined what's happening by this point, unless you just want to stay apart. You're also muted.
Oops. Yeah, that would have been my intention. Is like once I've confirmed we're not going to get ambushed and stuff like that, I would have approached to be included.
She sees you approach, presumably, right? Like technically she doesn't have to see you. You could
No, I just teleport next to her.
you could just teleport behind her and just be like, do we take her out?
And
Right?
she died.
But while she's kind of like trying to mouth this word, she sees you, and she says a different word in her language. But she looks at you with kind of like awe as she says it, right? And then she kind of like blinks a few times and looks back at Bansii, and Bansii, how you're a revenant, how feature-wise, appearance-wise, how closely do you look like an elf in the flesh? Has your
I would look like a supremely emaciated elf.
Yeah.
I would have the ears. I would
Even
be
more
very,
so.
very gaunt,
so
right?
you're
But my clothing is very much those
So-
of my people.
So you haven't like, as a revenant, you haven't reached a point of like decay or something to where like a lot of your elven features are gone. You still look
No.
very much like an elf.
Yes.
She sees this stone man, right? She sees this elf, and you can see she's looking at you two with this kind of intensity. Like a bit
I'm
of
a stone man, and I've been here the whole time.
like
I'm
a bit
just
of recognition. She doesn't seem as impressed or in awe of the dwarf.
You're a short
unfortunately.
stone man.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're hurting people today. I'm glad
But
that's
there's-
Rivalry is running.
There's it's not just like a physical representation or like a presence or intimidation. She seems to be aware on a different level or have some sort of like cultural significance to your races, to the two of your races.
Do we both have like pointed ears? Like, okay, so that's not the question I want to
No,
ask. The
you're
question I want to
two
ask,
very different races.
yeah, the question I wanted to ask was more, does Bansii does she see? Bansi's very familiar with fear. Does it feel like she's looking at her with fear, or is this more like curiosity?
It looks the opposite. It doesn't look like fear. It looks like awe.
Okay. I want to ask questions, but she doesn't speak, and I have to hurry up and save the people.
So after this kind of like very brief moment where she's kind of like in awe of Higgins' appearance, and then kind of like turns back to Bansii again regarding, she goes back to that word that she had been mouthing, and she finally like says it out loud, very broken. She says, "Riohans," and kind of like.
Oh.
With a crooked
I know
finger,
that.
kind of like gestures at all of you,
Invaders?
right?
Yeah.
And she kind of like is looking for this confirmation, and she repeats Riohans and kind of like shakes her snout in like a nod.
Is that what we are? I don't actually know.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Well,
what we are.
I mean,
Okay.
you're not all natively Riohan necessarily. You might not call yourself Riohan, but you are from Capital. You're working for the Capital Navy. Capital is Riohan. It's a metropolis, so it's everything, but it is in the territory that is Rioja. And she nods and she says, "Shitemikte, not Platsiski."
Mhm.
Also,
Was.
Rioan.
She shakes her head. She's trying to get a point across. She says, "Was Platsiski. No more.
Mhm.
Bad. Different. Not Platsiski. Platsiski not do this."
Gotcha. All right, so basically he turned evil.
He doesn't seem to really recognize that word.
Do bad thing. Real bad thing.
She nods. Bad thing. Lust, power, hunger, blood. Not Platsiski. And she kind of like taps her chest, right? Like indicating herself as Platsiski.
Now, the past what we dealt with today, seems a lot of not Platsiskis going around today.
She nods and she looks real sad when you say that. And she says, "Shitemikte gone. Platsiski return. Riohans know this not Platsiski."
I think we might be able to facilitate that. Right, guys?
Yep.
You all might not have first-hand knowledge, but you all would have heard there are other Quetzalcoatl tribes on the islands of Little Ix. Many of them did not encounter the people of Capital in a peaceful way initially. And that didn't go well for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go well for a lot of Riohans as well, but at the end of the day, Rioja and Capital are a place of millions, and Little Ix is not.
With the understanding what she was trying to say, and with the assurance from our party, looking back and making sure, I'll look back and say, we help.
Keeps strong together.
That's this conversation. I mean, bro, when you're trying to communicate with someone in a completely different language that they're not used to, apes strong together.
Few and simple words.
Right? She nods and she says, "Make Chitemikte, not Rex."
You dead things are.
You say that, Cobb, and she nods. She points and she nods. She says, "Make Chitemikte dead."
Yeah, I got that.
Take tool of old god away from Tlatsiski.
Okay. Old god, you say.
What pool look like?
Looks like a pool.
She makes this kind of big motion, like she's displaying this long haft.
Okay.
And then she waves her hand at the top of it. Amber. And she waves her hand over the top of this kind of
with
scenario.
It all comes full
it's
circle.
the Jurassic Park walking stick.
God damn it. You'll love to see it. She does that, right? And then looks back at you and she says, "Weapon. Chitemikte. Wield. Tool. Amber tool.
Okay.
Dead.
I think we get it.
Tool
we're
gone.
on the same page.
Tlatsiski.
Yep.
Friend. Again."
I align with this.
Right. Well, we hurry. Catch up.
She looks over her shoulder at the trail that you're following. And you see sadness in her eyes.
Oh, too late, huh?
And she looks and she says, "River. Guards. You will kill Tlatsiski."
Can we just decidedly be non-fatal takedowns whenever we kill things?
Yeah.
Down, tick,
down.
down.
We try only kill Chitemikte.
I visibly swap my bladed Naginata head over to my blunted one.
It's just this big fucking blunted edge that hitting one of those little grunts with is just still gonna crush everything
Snap
in their
their
body,
spine.
snap their spine, absolutely.
Send their spinal cord straight out their asshole.
She nods as you say this, Yuvik, and she says, "Thank." Right? No, she says,
Thank.
He says, "More important, Chitemikte dead. Mother's renewed tribe." Or, again, clan, not tribe.
Okay. I believe
Makes
we
sense
have
to
our
me.
marching orders.
Okay.
To the death of Chitemikte.
You leave?
We leave.
Yep, we gotta go.
Ishtla does not impede your progress in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You begin to move past her, and you get probably about 10 or 15 paces away, before Bansii, you hear her say your name. Almost, and there's a quality to the way she says your name, as if she didn't mean to say it or couldn't help but say it.
Dang, she's in awe.
You may be muted.
I am. I'm venting that I wish I had scored better on that read person check. I would turn to her and look at her if she called my name or if she said my name.
She says it, and as you turn, you see this she kind of winces, as if, again, she wished she had not said out loud, not called her attention. And she says, whole name? Like, as in a question to you?
Banner of light on a quiet sea. I say it slowly.
She like gathers each word and seems to be kind of like processing and nodding her snout as she does. And she says, not quiet here. Never.
Are elves like tabaxi?
Quiet. Like tabaxi.
It is.
A little bit in that regard, in the naming convention kind of regard. Yeah. Actually. She says, never quiet. Land speaks. Sea screams.
I'll repeat the question of the guy's name. Right? Is it because of him? I'll just ask his name.
She shakes her head. No. Land unquiet for many ages. Amber. Name long forgotten. Too many ages. But Amber, always old God's power. Old God's tool.
Would I don't
careful.
think she'd know anything about that. Be careful. I understand, be careful. Yeah, I think as Bansii passes, she'd probably lay a hand on her shoulder and then just keep going. Yeah.
20, 30 strides, and you're at the edge of the clearing, and the trail continues. Another 5 minutes.
Okay, I want to know, what did I miss? What did I miss?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
No. So it's one of the things that I could potentially learn eventually.
Very possibly.
Know.
Very possibly. Almost as if we're playing a campaign and I'm slowly sowing the seeds.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure how much story was going to be in this game, so I'm intrigued.
I planned for this to be the whole ass buffet. This is not intended to be like Where Evil Lives, where it was mostly just me throwing you guys at fights. This is intended to be a full ass story.
Cool.
We'll see how it goes. You reach the edge of the clearing, 5 minutes following this trail swiftly, and you can hear that kind of like placid water of a river getting closer and closer. And you are coming towards kind of like a break, a natural break in the tree line, in the shrub lands. This area is noticeably less swampy than a lot of the terrain you've been tromping through to get here. Still a little muddy, still a little mucky, still a little kind of like soft earth, but not like fucking Louisiana where you're gonna fall in a fucking bog or there's actual quicksand or shit.
Yeah, it's
right?
pretty shitty, but not as shitty as Louisiana.
Not as shitty as
Am I
Louisiana.
right?
Sorry, Louisianians. Louisianians. I literally live right next to you, and I don't know what the fuck y'all are called. Anyways, so
Louisians.
you're very closely approaching this river, and you know you have been forewarned that there are likely to be guardians here. What do you want to do?
I want to cast.
I
I
I'll
can't cast anything.
break it down, right? Like your approach is whatever you want to do, right? But you have two main concepts here. Is you can cross the river and deal with whatever is there, or you can try to find a way to like circumvent it, right? But that might take time.
Cajun.
What?
Called Cajun.
Oh. No. That's like cultural. I mean, like the state of like a Texas, a person
Like
from Texas
Wisconsin or
is a Texan.
Wisconsinites.
But Wisconsin
Cajun.
is a
What
Wisconsinite, right?
Louisianians?
Like the people from Louisiana are not all Cajuns.
Cajuns.
What are
Cajuns.
Louisianans called?
Lock Cujan.
Oh my goodness.
So, how does the party want to handle the river? Are you just gonna?
I kind of want to cast. I
We're-
have a spell
Oh yeah,
We're
sure.
really
that
playing.
I can cast onto Mitch that helps him see. I don't know if it's only in battle though, to help him see hidden.
You can
creatures.
use any abilities outside of battle. If they don't have a heroic resource cost, you can use them freely outside of battle. If they have a heroic resource cost, you can basically use them once per. It's kind of kludgy. It's not. It's supposed to be like once per day. Like, oh, we're out of battle, but I still have enough to do this big heroic resource thing, right? But like no effects carry over into battle. But you're talking about the sight thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
that doesn't
see,
cost a
like,
resource, does it?
I can't find it.
I
So
don't
I don't know.
believe it does. I think it's
It's
a
the shared. No, I
Yeah,
was talking
shared
about
void
shared
sense.
void sense.
Yeah. That does not cost you anything. It's just you have void sense, right? And
Yep.
and so you basically can just share with someone else your void sense.
Yeah, so I want to share my void sense with Higgins so he can scope it out
Sure,
with
yeah.
like eyes wide open.
So what all
'cause
does
that's
void sense
he's
give
good
him?
at. That is a great question. For each victory you have, you can target one creature. Each target gains the benefit of a Beyonding a Vision feature until the end of your next turn, but doesn't gain the sense of shared voice sensibility. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
So it's my Beyonding a Vision feature, and I don't know how to look that up either. Beyonding a Vision. I
Let's
don't even know where
see
to
if
look.
it's in your other abilities.
But if I cast it on him, so if I cast this on him, confirm. Do you have anything that pops up for you, Mitch? Oh, you instantly recognize illusions for what they are. You can see invisible creatures, supernatural effects that can't conceal creatures and objects from you. Additionally, you always know if an area or object. Oh, it just went away.
So it's like see-through
Additionally, you
magic,
always
basically.
know-
Yeah.
And I thought my invisibility vision was cool.
Yeah. So it's basically like see-through magic. Like you're not going to be fooled by illusions or invisibility or shit like that.
I guess I should have asked you if you wanted to scope it out first, but you've been
I'm ready to scope.
spellified.
He's ready to scope. He's going to scope. He's going to
He's
scope.
going scoping.
Begin the
Okay.
scoping.
Yeah, Higgins, you're super stealthy. Why don't you give me a stealth test, sneak test? How to use the right terms? I'm getting there. A momento. But it's gonna be an easy roll. Kind of have the advantage in this situation.
Okay. I roll. And fail miserably.
So it is because it is an easy roll.
I'm gonna use the token.
You're gonna reroll? Burn a hero token, reroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It does actually in there, yeah.
Better.
Much better.
Significantly better. All right.
It happens.
Yes. There's an alternate
It's quite
world.
strong.
Alternate world where this goes a little differently. But in this reality, I'm actually just gonna take
it's
you
not.
over to the map, and again, let you see what's going on, kind of like what we did with the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So un momento. Try to. Higgins, you come to the edge of the tree line, and you see a very placid river, an old crossing, what was once a bridge, broken. There's a low, small amount of fog that seems to be rolling down the river. And there are a number of the Quetzalcoatl here, of the Tletziski here, that seem to be acting as some sort of guard, rear guard, whatever the case may be. And they're alert, but they're not they don't seem especially concerned. So they're not on like high alert. They're just, doing what they're supposed to be doing, but with kind of like the minimal effort.
What's this thing?
You've never seen one of those before. You see, there's a group of the grunts, kind of like in the actual water of the river on the southeast end. And they're kind of just idling, almost kind of like crocodiles or alligators or caiman, kind of like idling with most of their bodies in the water. But you can see their heads. And there is almost looks like winged lizard folk, noticeably smaller than its brethren. But it is very colorful, very lithe, and it's on this kind of like little island in the river, and it seems to be kind of like twirling, like going back and forth through these very like similar motions, almost kind of dancing.
Okay. I see a rock formation here.
Yeah, there's a big...
What's going on here?
There's a big rocky outcropping there. And it doesn't look like those rocks are native to this area. It looks like they've been moved into the river as some attempt to do something, but they're not really accomplishing anything. But there is kind of like this large rock formation, goes up about 5 to 6 feet above the river surface in certain areas, and it looks like the actual old crossing. They're kind of like using the part of the crossing and this outcropping as kind of like cover.
Okay. So I see to the north there appears to be a downed tree.
Yeah.
Which perhaps we could use as a crossing to circumvent. Okay.
As you notice that downed tree, the effect of your 17 plus, I think you got a 21. The effect of your 17 plus, your tier 3 result, which is a success with a bonus, lets you see that hidden in a little nook, kind of nestled up towards that side of the river,
Neat boys.
is another group of those grunts and another one of those dancers. This one is not dancing, though. This one is flattened against the side of an embankment near some shrubs. But they are pretty close to that northern kind of like tree that's crossing the river. So
Okay.
still a possibility, but had you not rolled a tier 3 result and you came to that conclusion, you probably would have walked right into them.
Good to know. Okay. Do I notice any of these grunts? Are they all like glowy amber eyes? Are they just
They're
chilling?
not
Are they...
everyone is glowy amber-eyed. Even the ones you fought previously, not all of them have been glowy amber-eyed, but there are enough of them to where it seems like either a majority of them are kind of like that sheen of amber across their eyes. Especially it feels like most of the leaders, most of the lieutenants, the captains, seem as though they are glowy amber-eyed.
Okay. Like it'd be super cool to try and avoid combat, but I'm not seeing good ways
I
to
will
doing
say,
so.
just so that everyone knows, and I think this is important, again, built in with the mechanics of the draw still system, avoiding a conflict can still earn you a victory point, right? If you do it in such a manner as to make that conflict no longer a concern, an issue, then you will earn a victory point for bypassing that conflict. And that can be done by going around a conflict, by like safely navigating around a conflict, or talking your way through a conflict, etc., etc. So the system does reward you for figuring out clever ways to avoid fighting, but it's also called draw steal. So it's assumed there are going to be times you're gonna have to fight, right? But this might not be one of them.
Okay. Cool. All right, I'm gonna head back to the party and share some knowledge to start.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave you here just so that you have a better representation of what you're talking about to people.
Okay. So I get back to the crew, and I'm like, all right, guys. So there appears to be a significant defense force at the river. There appears to be a pretty old, dilapidated bridge, which used to be the main crossing, I assume. But they've got small little patrols positioned off to the sides around this area. I thought maybe we could have snuck across a broken down tree to the north, but I noticed another hidden patrol up that way. So I don't think that's going to be a great path, unless we can somehow ambush them without alerting the others.
How far away
Um,
was the
not
hidden?
not very.
I'll say, with what you just said, Higgins, I think realistically, Higgins, there's basically no way you're going to be able to ambush that group without alerting the others. But you could potentially ambush that group and take them the fuck out. Like,
Gotcha, okay.
before the rest of the combat broke out is the thing.
Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe how crazy was the water? Like, is it possible we could just swim across at a different location?
It seemed pretty chill for the most part here.
Very placid here, very relatively shallow here. Elsewhere along the river, unknown. You would have to take time to go scout the rest of the river, either to the north or south, and time is of the essence.
So maybe ambush the
Yes.
ambush?
Or if we could find a way to lure the patrol away from the bridge, we could possibly just head across. They don't seem particularly alert, but if we had something interesting enough for them to draw them away, we could probably just waltz right on through.
I could scream.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could scream.
They're close enough, right?
Could you also outrun them after screaming?
Oh, I don't know that.
I
can
Higgins,
teleport
look
away.
at her
Screaming, they're gonna
spindly
come in
little
your
undead
direction.
legs.
Yeah.
Ow, stop.
Brr.
She has this thing where she likes to pet me when she wants to be pet. So she'll just come up with her giant paw and hit
Well,
me.
yeah, of course.
Like,
the taps is
Seriously.
the universal language of the animal
Pet-
community. Pet me.
That's right. Ugh. All right, I feel like the screaming idea is a bad one, so we should find something else. I was just thinking if we'd like stand over here and make enough of a noise, they'd send someone to investigate. But maybe that is too obvious. I don't know. I can't run away very fast. I'm not a fast runawayer.
Well, only one of us is a fast runawayer.
This is true.
Time is of the essence. What does the party want to do?
There was a rock outcropping there. When you got explosives, I could blow it up. Maybe that'll freak them out.
We're just concerned that going in there, because there's so many of them, we're gonna die. Is that our concern?
No, we could absolutely probably murder all of them, but
Oh, but we
given
don't want
options.
to.
What if we
told that
took a
lady we would
torch
try not to.
and lit part of the forest on fire to draw their attention away?
I mean, they're chilling in water. They're probably like, "Oh, fire."
Yeah, I feel like they just be like.
I don't know
"This-
that they're particularly invested in firefighting.
I don't know.
They're hungry, I bet. We could catch a wild boar and butcher it, and
I say time is of
Lure
the
them
essence.
with
The
meat.
plan is to
Of the
go
essence.
hunt a boar and butcher it and then
look,
tempt
I
them
didn't
with
say
food.
it was a good plan.
Just go taunt them. How long does it take to take a respite? How long is that?
That's a full 24 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not-
Just go
it's not
taunt them
like-
and run off into the jungle.
They do not have long rests in this game. A respite is literally you just being like, okay, well, we're done adventuring now.
Oh well, okay. Yeah, just go taunt them and run off into the jungle.
Can you wait?
Yeah.
You need to wait.
Are you saying that to Higgins specifically? Like, hey, go
Yeah.
show yourself, taunt them, and then like go teleport into the jungle and do your thing?
Yeah, just go run off into the jungle.
I mean, I could, but also if they launch like 1,000 arrows at me at one time, I don't think that goes well for me.
Just be really fast.
And don't forget how long their tongues are.
Can we like decide? I know somebody already asked this already, but can we just like not shoot to kill?
Yes.
Like, is it so?
I
Can't
mean,
we just
so-
like tie them all up as we go?
So what I
I
would
don't know if you
say,
can
what I would
primordial
say
Peter Wish.
realistically, and we're not playing a realistic game necessarily, but what I would say in theory is in a controlled environment, right? I think you always have the capability of doing subdual damage, of just knocking someone out, right? If you're in full control of the situation, absolutely. In the middle of combat, when someone is swinging around a glaive and shooting a exploding pistol and
Suddenly it's
calling
me.
down lightning into the midst of their
know, I'm like-
enemies, I would say you
Acid
can
rain that tickles. I don't know
you
what
can
you're
try to
asking
pull
me.
your punches and you will kill less people. Is how it'll play out. Will you spare all of them if you go into open conflict? Absolutely not. Some of these guys are gonna die. Like when Higgins hits something for 20-something damage, or Bansii throws acid or bleeds people's brains out, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody's gonna die from that. But if you say that you're going into this with the intention of trying to limit the amount of people you kill, I will take that into account and there will be fewer deaths.
Alright, well, I guess I am a fan of, if we're trying not to hurt them, to just try and sneak around.
I will
That's my vote.
I'll say fuck. Higgins. I'm gonna say fuck. Roll me just a straight in. Do you have like? Let me click you. Where you be? Let me click you. What you got? You got read person. I'm gonna say, roll me a. Not religion. Roll me an intuition. Read person check.
So good at this. Token.
Yeah. All right. Sure thing. I am definitely changing the way tokens work between this adventure and the next adventure in the campaign.
Yeah,
Definitely-
it seems like there's
definitely
a
change
lot of them.
Well, I think it's designed around the concept that you're probably going to be doing like 3-ish battles in a night. But we play, we don't always play like that, and we run into situations where, our sessions aren't especially long, so a group that's playing for like 5 or 6 hours probably would need to be more conservative with those tokens, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to break down adventures into like halves or thirds, and when you reach a break point in the adventure, that's when your tokens will refresh. So you still
That makes
get
sense.
refreshes, but you're not getting them every single session, basically. Because I like the hero tokens. I like you all being able to be like, nah, fuck that, I'm re-rolling. Or, nah, fuck that, I'm healing. Right? I like that. So anyways, did you re-roll? Oh, sorry, I gotta click it. My bad.
You guys send me the thing.
I'm sending you the thing. Well, that's significantly
succeed.
better. Why do you do this every time? Why is it a tier 1 or
I don't
tier
know.
3?
I don't know why. I do
Nothing
this
in
every
between.
time.
No tier 2s. The reason I prompted this test is because you, the player, kind of asked about this previously and just didn't super explore it. But again, not all of these Platsiski are amber-eyed. All of the captains are amber-eyed. But those that are following them are not. Some of them are. But specifically, if you kill all of the leaders or subdue all of the leaders here, the others will probably break. Because it's likely that many of them don't want to be fighting you, period. And definitely don't want to be fighting you for their lives.
Okay, that's a good point.
So that's just a
We could-
different option.
We could just move in, assassinate the leaders, and try to. Hopefully, they just decide not to fight anymore.
I'm fine with that too. I think
See-
I think the easiest path is to just kind of try and go around them. But if we want to move forward, I'm fine with targeted attack.
So again, kind of like the situational scenario is going around. You can try to find a way to circumvent this, but doing so could take time. It'll basically result in tests, and if you fail those tests, you'll get around, but it'll take a while for you to get around, right? Is the scenario. And then the other option is fighting, but you have multiple ways to approach said fighting, right? Like you could try to do an ambush to take out one of the groups. You could try to just assassinate leaders. You could just go in guns blazing. Someone mentioned blowing up the fucking outcropping. I don't know if any of you are rocking TNT or anything like that.
I
sure.
need to get some explosives.
You need to
It's
get some
very clear I need
explosives.
explosives.
Oh, just casually. Let me just get you some explosives.
I'm sure Verona
Good.
would
I'm
have
glad you
no
understand,
issue
Jeremy.
providing us with.
Sure, of course. I'm sure there's a quartermaster somewhere that's like, yeah, we have plenty of this black powder for the cannons. Oh, you want to buy a satchel of it? Okay,
I'm just saying, I have
I can make that disappear.
excellent skills in sabotage.
Absolutely.
And to properly sabotage, I really feel like some explosives would
The
help.
only way you can sabotage something is explosives. That's true. Movies have taught me
Yeah,
that. If you're gonna sabotage
good- it's
something,
good you're
it's gotta
understanding.
be with explosives.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right,
Choice
you
time
guys
is
have
now.
my vote. You guys have to make a vote.
Choice time is now. Otherwise, it's gonna start to reach a point to where the party's deliberation is itself gonna be a time issue.
All right, I think we just roll up and try to assassinate the leaders, focus leaders, and hope they break.
Make it so.
Make it
it
so.
so.
All right.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Circuit.
I'm deleting that guy. Going to characters. Higgins, did you want to approach from a specific... So, where I had you previously is kind of where you all were coming from, is that direction. But you could reroute things to try to approach from a slightly different angle, anywhere along that kind of like southern or western side. Here, I'll put you back. Okay. So that's kind of like the general area that you all are coming from, but you could reorient everyone to where you're coming from the south or anywhere along this left edge. Without it being a time issue. But I will say, if you try to approach close to that northern group, you're all going to have to make stealth checks to see if you kind of get the drop on them.
I feel like approaching from like down here might be the best.
Sure. No stealth checks required for that. You guys can just come right out of that kind of like southern scenario and be on the bank of the river there without issue. That's your vote?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to go
Alright.
with.
How's the vote? Boom. Okay. Can I make a box? Box? Can I make a box? Can I make a box? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'd say, y'all can orient yourselves kind of like anywhere in this area. Anywhere in the lava is safe for you to position yourselves.
Whoa.
Hey.
Oh! I deleted
Yeah.
everyone. I deleted
Corvo.
everyone.
It sent us back to the
Wait.
Nexus.
How is that the thing that gets undone?
Is it wise to begin this as it is 10:12 p.m.?
No, I
I
don't think
assume we're
I don't
not.
think we're really gonna begin it. I think we're just trying to get in place to begin it.
That's good because I'm having problems seeing.
That
I'm
makes
just gonna be honest.
sense.
It might be time for bed. Is
Well,
what
it
you're
was a
saying.
great opportunity. Well, I fucked up this thing, so I'm gonna have to fix it anyways. So you know what? I'm just gonna leave the lava there.
It's not there anymore.
It's
Yeah, we don't
not
have
there
it.
anymore.
Nope, not there.
What?
Just keeping you on your toes,
It's gone.
Jeremy.
You're
It's
good.
gone.
Okay, I gotta refresh. All right. Anyways, are you trying to approach to stealthily to get the drop on them, or are you just kind of like, let's go? All right, we're gonna try to stealth. Let's fucking do this. I'm gonna need group check.
Jeremy, is it all right if I swap to the skills I wanted to swap to?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do that. The ones that we discussed.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
La 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 la. I need stealth checks from everyone.
Bam.
Bam. Cool.
Fucking nailed it.
I failed the task.
I rolled a
Okay.
22. The rocks are silent. The fleshies, ooh.
We
not so
blend with
much.
the river.
It's not so much that you're silent. It's you look like rocks, so they don't see you as you're kind of just like in the rocky riverbed. But they see
excuses
the
you need
four-armed
to,
green guy
make
and
it
they
work in
see
your
the
head.
dead woman.
Yeah, you justify how you need.
Let's say that was a medium
I like this rock rivalry.
test. We had 2 tier 3s and we had 2 tier 1s. So that's going to average out into a tier 2, which is going to be a success with a consequence. And the consequence for that is going to be that since you all are trying to be sneaky, you're trying to kind of like be methodical and slow in your movement as you kind of like get up to a place to launch an attack on these Tetzalcoatl, you get noticed and they are going to go first in the resulting draw steal. So that
Racist.
is where we are going to go ahead and call tonight's session. Next time we play, it's going to be the battle at the river. Battle at the tiny bridge, Jay. And you know, now after your conversation, you know a bit more about potentially what's going on after your conversation with Ishtla. And you now have a clearer goal, or maybe not a clearer goal. You had a clear goal, rescue the hostages. You have a second goal now on top of that, in theory, if you do wish to do what you said you would do for Ishtla. So, that's it.
What'd you say you'll do?
What y'all said y'all would kill the Rex and take
you
away.
made that sound like you had some secret.
Take away the
thing.
tool of the old god and make the Tlatsiski, or let the Tlatsiski be Tlatsiski again. And I think very importantly, and I think this got across to at least Jay or Yuvik, but from Ishtla's point of view, make it known to higher authorities that this was not perpetuated by the Tlatsiska clan. That this was a rogue element, and there does not need to be a retributive or punitive force. You are the punitive
Please
force.
don't come murder us.
Yeah, basically. All right. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I'm loving Draw Steel.
Yeah.
Me
No,
too.
it's cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Acha!
Tiny, go to bed.
Next time's just gonna be a whole bunch of fighting. Go to sleep, Zach. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye,
I'm pretty
everybody.
tired.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.